Okay. All right. The stream has started. If anyone comes in here late, I started this at 1:33, so go 27 minutes in for the actual announcement. So, what's up, folks? We're going to be trading live the FOMC in the stream like I try to do every month. In the prep work, I'm going to draw up my lines on a chart. These are my levels that I'm going to use. And we're going to see what we expect. Hey, Feast, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Where's that link to the TradingView article about where someone was doing a prediction on like what they're expecting?
Oh, yes. 1 second.
Yeah, pull that up for me. I appreciate it. Pull that up for me. I appreciate it. Because I'm curious. Curious what people think. I mean, what's going to basically happen is I think they're going to do exactly what they say they're going to do. And we might get some kind of a movement, some kind of a little spike. If they don't do what they're going to say they're going to do, then that's a big deal. So the expectation is that it's going to be raised by 0.25%. And then at 2:30, JPow is going to talk. So usually in that first 30 minutes, we can hopefully see some kind of a quick price action to trade. But today has been pretty just back and forth, starting at 9:30 today. It's been holding this key level here. Let me draw up my levels again. So make sure the streams are working. YouTube looks good. I'm going to pull out my live chats. TradingView looks good. Looks good. Pop out chat. Let's see, refresh. All right. There's my YouTubes. If you guys got any questions as we do it, say it in the Discord, type it in Discord, or on the TradingView stream for those who've joined. And if you're just now joining, if you're just going into the live stream, do this. Try to do this every FOMC and also stream every Friday at 4 p.m. Check the links below. Join the Discord. I don't charge anybody for it. I just like to hang out with people. All right. While he's looking for that, I'm going to draw my level. So what I'm looking at here is basically where the S&P 500 futures are at right now, which is 406650. That's basically the 50% from the March 2022 high to the low set down in October. NASDAQ is at its 50% from the high in August down to the low in October. And so those are the key levels which we're already at. It's basically just hanging out. In the broad scheme of things, that daily level is exactly where the price is holding out. It's basically the high in December for both the NASDAQ and the S&P 500, where it spiked out right there to hold it. Came down from there. That was a really good 50% hold through December. Hey, Mr. Gold. If you can't see the stream, make sure you hit F5 to refresh. If you see a black screen, yeah. Okay. So yeah, December, man, we held that 38.41. Really, really good. And that's where we basically risen into this month. This has been actually January has been a really good month. The average January return, average over the course of like last 50, 60 years is about 0.83. We had like about a 4% run in the S&P for January. And really what that means, if you think about it from the perspective of a January effect, which is basically like 6 out of 10 Januaries that are bullish end up in a bullish year. So it's just slightly positive. We should expect to have a positive year. So yeah, 4% up. What's up, Aver? All right, so that's where we're at right now. Drop down to the 2 hour. I'll do crypto here in a second too. Really just this is just kind of just buy the dip kind of stuff all the way back from the beginning of the year. Really good 50 there, another 50. Basically, every time, we've had a little run up back to the 50%. So from that run to that run, back to the 50%. From that run to that run, back to the 50%. A little bit more. Maybe that's a better Fibonacci there, but I just use 50%. This was a good short trade on Monday this week. Not still in it, obviously. I took profit down here. But yeah, yesterday, big old bullish run. And now we're back down at that level. Man, we just hit that level too, that daily right here around noon. See, bear in mind, this level right here, 4,066.50 on the S&P futures, you can see the respect for it right here after the open at 10, and then all through lunch hour right here. And yeah, that is a really, really good level. And again, that is a level that is set by March and October. Like all of 2022 goes to set up this level right here, which is what it respected back in December. And then here we are once again. So that's why I use levels like that, because even on the 1 minute, 5 minute, you can still get good trades off those levels. Now, I wasn't trading today because, it's kind of a mess, but that's a pretty good little run right there. NASDAQ, it's also not really holding as much. I'm just going to wait and see if we see a spike or something like that. Does it keep going black for you? Refresh. Is it going black for everyone or just you? Aver, Mr. Gold, did you get it fixed? What's up? CL is better. Yeah, okay. All right, well, let's look at oil because Amer likes oil. Well, I hope you've been bearish on oil. Oil held that 50% yesterday. Looks like it busted down below it. Oh, look at that. Look at that right there. So yesterday, this is overnight. So this is during your Euro session, Amer. Did you get a short off this 50% right here? Yeah, that's a really, really good hold right there. This trend from Friday down to yesterday. Pull back up, hold that level. That's good stuff. That's a really good hold right there. Oh yeah, I mean you can even see where held these lows from last week. That's good. That's good.
I added the link to Just Chatting.
Okay. Stock news. All right. Okay, good. I'm glad to see that, Mr. WD Trader. Is that WD Gann? Why the bear market might end on 2-1. That's some clickbait. 4 possible scenarios. Raging bull. If the Fed makes a clear and evident pivot in their rate hike regime, that means they say they're not going to keep rising rates. Yeah, that's going to be some. Subtle hints that they're going to stop raising rates. That'd be a cautious bull. And then famed Jackson Hole August, where power scared everyone ending the 18% Zoomer rally. So basically, if they say higher rates for longer, dazed and confused, they give mixed signals. Okay, well, I think they're probably just going to come in where they expect. All right, Bitcoin. Well, Bitcoin, I am in a short. I'm basically playing this top out of the September high, and it's done a nice little daily Tinkinson recap. It's right here at the middle of this little consolidation range. So I'm going to be a little biased in my analysis here because I am looking for a pullback to 20K. So it'd be interesting to see if this FOMC can get Bitcoin to break down to basically the 50% of the rally for this year. That's what I've got eyes on right now. Is basically, we're definitely bullish because Bitcoin has broken out of the Ichimoku cloud. It's a bull trend. Bull trend is going on, but starting to kind of stall out up here. And so I'm interested to see if we can pull back to about 20K. Trend still remains bullish if we do, and that's a good little pullback to potentially go long as well. But other than that, I don't think it's very smart to go long right now. Ethereum, same thing, pull back to 14.15. Again, stalling out, looking at that short down to here. Basically, it's just a good risk reward to get back down to a pullback level versus breaking out to the upside. So I like that for a trade. And that's where we stand. 15 minutes to go. I'm cautious going into this. I don't think we're going to have much of a surprise. What about you guys? What do you guys think going in? Chat. What do you think is going to happen? What are you looking for? What's going to make you pull the trigger on a trade, long or short?
But falling mortgage rates aren't doing much to help the housing market. We're going to have all the latest numbers and a look at why many buyers just aren't biting. That's next.
We were just talking about that before the stream, mortgage rates. That's going to be an interesting topic for this Friday's live stream. Taking a look at the Case-Shiller Home Price Index, which you can pull up in TradingView. Cool enough. I'll just pull up the actual one. Let's see. Oh, I can't spell it right. USCSHPI. No. That's the fixed rate mortgage up here. Okay, I got it up here. All right. So this is on the top here is the Case-Shiller index, and below it is the 30-year fixed mortgage rate. And it's not really much of a correlation, but it's kind of interesting to look where things were kind of normal as mortgage rates came down from about 2018 until COVID. And of course, with COVID, the mortgage rates really started coming down past what was really considered to be like a low, like historically low mortgage rates. And that really, really accelerated that curve of home prices. And then even as mortgage rates started to go up, you still have people FOMOing in. And so now, in just the last couple months, home prices have actually started to come down. And I was doing a bit of a deep dive into that because I'm looking to possibly buy real estate. But TLDR, I'm going to have to wait a while because I want some kind of a mean reversion. But I'm going to go over this this Friday. Maybe make a separate video about it for TradingView and YouTube. It's really just a guideline for me because I need something to stay disciplined. And the reality is that home prices go in a generational cycle. You know, it took from the top in 2006, the bottom was in, I think, about 2011. So that was 5 years. But then it took all the way back up to 2013 for prices to recover. So that's 12 years, a generation it took. Almost a generation, being 15 years, did it take for home prices to recover from '08. And now here we sit into yet another 15-year cycle. And things are starting to kind of top out. I think things are probably going to start to really kind of top out in the year or two. And then you really got to be patient for a mean reversion. I mean, you don't. It's funny because I posted this in Discord. Say, hey guys, without the title, I said, hey, what is this chart? What is this? What is this line? And someone told me, it's a crypto, because look at the hockey stick. No, that is home prices. So what do we know about crypto when it goes moon? We know when crypto went moon, or when it does go moon, it tends to come back. And I had a little note. Before we got into this, why are you only showing me this much? Oh, was that November 22? Why can't I bring up Dogecoin properly? Ooh, bless me. We were talking about this going into it where, there is let's make this a line. Yeah, there's your Dogecoin again, like moon. And what happens? What happens when something goes that fast, that quickly? Well, people get a little bit of FOMO, but it does not end well at all. You know, GME. This is just the way that price behaves. Yeah. I mean, you just can't sustain a big bull run. You don't know when it's going to stop, but you just can't jump in once you notice how much it has gone up. And unfortunately, that does seem to be the case for home prices. I would like to get another rental house, but I mean, if you just draw a line, just a simple line, like, okay, this is how home prices should appreciate. If you go from like 2011 all the way to 2020, that's kind of a normal appreciation. You got to remember that home prices appreciate historically over the last 100 years about 1% over inflation. Not that much. You still beat inflation, but not that much. And what you have is mean reversion. And you got to assume at some point in the next few years it's going to mean revert. And that's a long way. If you need to buy a house for you and your family to live, go ahead. But if you're treating it like an investment, if you're just really good at rental houses and you're good, handy, you can fix things, and you can do it cash, you can probably make it work. But I think you're probably going to get better deals here pretty soon. Well, excuse me. We're going to get deals not soon, but later soon, like 2024. Open the gold graph. Oh, yeah. Okay, so let's look at gold. Oh, let me bring it up in this. Gold has been bullish. Gold's still bullish. Yeah, I've been talking about this in my live streams. Once we broke above the 1848, it's just been on a tear. I'm very confident that this is eventually going to come up to at least retest let's call it 2K, more like 1975, 1984 level. So you got a little bit of play up to there. Yeah, later soon. And if it just keeps on going, you're also going to get up to retest the high set back in 2022, March. I mean, it's just bullish. I mean, it's going up. Do I want to buy it now? No, because you've got this resistance coming up right here, which is pretty clear and obvious. But yeah, this kind of little action right here, if you ever see this, basically what you take is you take the trend down from the top to the bottom, draw a simple 50%. That's what this is right here. Okay, let's start over. Use your fib tool, top to bottom. And you can see that's where your first level of resistance is going to be. Comes up, and this was December. This is a daily chart. So this is December. No, this is first of the year. Wow, okay. January 3rd. And then you get a close above it. That's your first sign. Get a little pullback to test it. Boom. Now at this point, you can get some good play up to that next resistance, and that's what you want to look for. So little confirmation that you're breaking above that level, and you're good to go. But you're starting to kind of come out. But if you want to play it all the way up to the all-time high, if you're that bullish on gold, you can probably make something work. What's up, JG? Any thoughts on the real event being Apple, Google? Okay, so I think Apple today is killing a lot of people's portfolios, which I guess it's because somebody's really, really long. Yeah, a lot of the tech stuff is down today. I know IBM. IBM is a good one. Got an options play in IBM. They've already had earnings. They dropped on earnings. I think tech has been getting hurt really bad. And their excuse is they overhired. Amazon, I really like at this level. As a matter of fact, it's already coming off of it. When is Amazon's earnings? Is it tomorrow morning or is it, so Amazon, the reason I like Amazon right now is because from the all-time low, which there's been a split in here, but the all-time freaking low of split adjusted 81 cents to the all-time high, which it's set in 2021, it's pulled back all the way to the 50% of 94.46. And that's what I'm watching basically. You've already got a overshoot of that low, pulled back, held here on last, Wednesday was that? Wednesday a week ago. A little pullback right there. That's a good point. Actually, it didn't actually get to that point. It's so bullish it didn't even pull back. But yeah, this region is probably one of the best times to buy Amazon in 2 years. More, since 2019, basically. What's the other one? Google. Google is also, I haven't drawn this one up. Let's go all-time low to here. A little hard to do that. The problem with Google was from the COVID low to here, it already broke down below it. See, the problem here is this. You had the COVID low to the all-time high. You had a little stall out right here, but then you got below it and you've held it to the upside. So as opposed to Amazon, which is already kind of coming up above its 50%, now you've actually got it pushing up against that. And I use the example all the time with Zillow. Zillow did something very similar where it pulled back to its 50%. This was back in ancient times of 2021. Basically gets below it. I've already marked it off for my live stream several times. Boom, boom, holds that resistance and then comes back down, and you don't want to be in it. So I don't think this is what's going to happen to tech going forward. I think we've already had kind of the big, scary blow-offs. Like, Tesla coming down, now having this bear market rally, which is what I think it is. But yeah. All right, we got 3 minutes, so let's start looking for some opportunity. Bear with me as if I go quiet. I'm focusing. Let's see, anything in chat I need to look at. I have a good question. How can someone gauge the interest rates other than speculation based on current market conditions? Amber, you don't know unless JPow is going to give you a phone call and tell you. That's why I don't really try to speculate on what they're going to do, because unfortunately they don't call me and let me know. Snapchat at $9. Okay. I mean, being a millennial, I'm not really qualified to own Snapchat. Sorry, I don't ask people for their Snap because I don't have one because I'm a boomer. It's more of a Zoomer thing, actually. I mean, people get on Omegle and like each other, and they're like, "Hey, can I get your Snap?" So yeah, they use TikTok, but if they're going to talk to each other, they use Snapchat. No, Jen, you're a boomer like me. You need to get up on this Zoomer stuff. Like they're yeah. I think I know. I don't know, but I think I know. All right. 2 minutes. What I want to see is I want to see some kind of a blow off. Like a blow off in like the minute right before, which we're getting a little run up here, and then for it to snap back. Because what that'll do is that'll give me a high to go off of, but I'm totally content not taking a trade because I there's no real clear levels in here except that daily level. I mean, the highs from today, we'll see. Yeah, all right. Let's see what happens. Where is my calendar? There we go. All right, here we go. 20 seconds. That's too early. Yeah, that little run up. Woo! I didn't like that spike because the target would have been all the way down here. Hey, Cold Fusion, can you mute your mic for me, please? I think that's you, yeah. Woo, okay. Cold Fusion, can you mute your mic, please? Or, wait, it may be Merkso. Somebody's got their mic. Merkso, can you mute your mic, please? Oh, God, okay, I'm muting you. Somebody's taking a piss. Oh. Man, that's spiky. So this right here, this spike, whoa. Yeah, this spike right here, with that being the level, happened a little too early. And the problem is that the 3-to-1 was a little too far down on NASDAQ, and now look, it's already come back. So, yeah, didn't really like that. Now we're in an interesting situation where if this bar closes as it is, you're gonna have basically a breakout to the upside and a breakout to the downside. But the problem is after this initial push, you usually get this kind of movement. And if it doesn't trend, you're going to start to see slower and slower movement up into 230 when JPow talks. And yeah, you're just going to be stuck in the trade. Not seeing much to go on here.
Oh, we can speak.
Yeah, you can speak. Just don't be taking a piss while you're doing it.
Oh, okay.
It's not you. Somebody else. I'll unmute Merksoul. Okay, he's still taking a piss. Yeah, see, this... It may have been within the realm of possibility within that first minute to jump it, but you would have had to jump it right at, like, no, I'm not. There's nothing missed here. You would have had to, like, basically jump short with a market order within 1 second. But I think we're about to break down a little bit. Not much going on with Bitcoin or Ethereum either. Jen, I'm a little salty with you because I just got an alert on IBM, the side that I didn't want to get an alert on. Yeah, you were. Oh, yeah. Well, everybody was. That was crowdthink. It's okay. IBM is. I got the alert, but like technically, as far as the risk reward goes, it's still within the realm here. I mean, I really like the setup. I really like this pullback. I like the trade. I wouldn't have taken it if I didn't like the trade. I'm just making fun of you. Man, how about MKTX?
If indices do break out to the upside, I feel like the snap play would just be because right now you don't want it long.
Why do you want to own Snapchat?
I don't, but like just looking at it individually, it looks kind of good. That spot that I marked up. And before I've done the exact same thing with BBY and another one, and they just ran 100% from that spot. It was during like kind of a bull market, so like I said, if we do break up, say 414 and 12, basically a breakout to the upside, then it could be something.
If I was going to buy a depressed tech company, I would look at Intel. Intel had some bad earnings, didn't really crash it though, but they are way down from 2021 and also giving right now at these prices a 5.5% dividend yield. So I'd rather own that than Snapchat. But
yeah, I see. I mean, you can sometimes see the same setup for stocks. In a sense, I'd rather long Snap than long ES or NQ, for the sake of the argument we established before about.
What do you think Snap's going to do over the next 10 years?
10 years? That's too long for me. Probably go up. Just randomly guessing, not an educated guess. It's 10 years though, right?
I thought you were doing really good with oil.
Yeah, that's the bread and butter.
Okay. Oil's actually looking like it might break back up to the upside.
Taking it one day at a time.
Well, no, but you see a little spike here on the 1 minute. It's, you consolidated, basically set up the high. You might be getting a long setup on oil, actually.
Interesting.
That's your
I
favorite.
don't see it as of yet, but I mean, I recommend trying it out, just for the sake of trying it out. You will like it. You will like trading it. Yes,
I'm not really interested in Snap.
Oh, CO.
Yeah, so what's going to happen here now into 2:30? We're going to wait for JPow to speak, and if you're in a trade, you're going nowhere. So, but I actually kind of like that oil.
Are you looking at what time frame?
Oil? 1 minute.
1 minute.
So you got this big bear trend off of the 50% right here from earlier this morning, 7:30 a.m. Broke below the low from yesterday.
Yep. Oh, and came back above. Yeah, I see that.
Yeah. Kind of wonky. You're basically just playing the lower time frames, day trading it. But yeah, you got this setting up right here. Well, consolidation might break back up to 77.56 if it breaks the high up here.
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't see my setup or what I'm looking for like right now. Maybe like a little bit closer to 75, 74. To look for some sort of reversal, because I mean, I feel like it is going for some time.
Let me see if we can get it to, because I'm just not that interested in equities right now. because of, we got to wait another 30 minutes for JPow to speak, but this is more interesting to me. That's interesting. A little later too. See, 13.
Oh yeah, look at that. Look at the hourly. It's kind of a support. I totally missed it. Is the level you're talking about break above that's pretty decent sell. I didn't see it.
All right. Stocks turning bullish. All right, we got to break out to the upside on stocks. I like that oil breakout better though. All right, so where are we going? Man, we're already breaking the morning high. ES, not quite yet. Just like I've been talking about in the live streams. If you want to go long equity futures, NASDAQ has been the one to take long. ES is the one to take short. Here's why. Because if you notice, we've got the same news event happening right now, but with NASDAQ, what did it do? You came down to the morning low, and you basically held that morning low. If you're really crafty, probably could have grabbed it down there, but now as it goes up on this bar right here, we've already broken the morning high on NASDAQ. So it's held the support, broken the high, whereas on the ES, the S&P futures, we broke the morning low, and we haven't quite yet got to the high. So if you're thinking equities and you want to take a trade, long, short, this is not the way it was last year. Last year, NASDAQ, because tech was dragging everything down, was the more bearish. And so it's kind of a little interesting inversion because I'm looking at usually the ES futures and the NASDAQ futures, and they'll sometimes hit the same level, but one's going to be better to take long and one's going to be better to take short. And so NASDAQ breaking out right here, that's a pretty good breakout from this news. Didn't quite hit that. Again, this daily level, this daily 50%, volatile, but that looks like it's going to be a launch point. Let's see, what do we come up with? Yep, 4.75, exactly what they said they're going to do. What's your position or right now, Amer?
So I just saw what you were talking about. It's 100% valid, even on the high time frame. Like on the hourly, if you look, there is some sort of support. Break out above that level. Maybe retrace me from hating it. You can take on. Yeah. Actually, no. Although, no ifs. It's fine. I'm not in anything at the moment. Maybe. Soon.
Yeah, JG, that's what I've been looking for on IBM is that 50% retracement, for sure. How's the stream on Discord, by the way? Because YouTube's having problems.
Good.
Yeah. YouTube. I think I'm going to start trying to stream to Rumble, actually.
No one uses that, let's be honest.
Huh?
Is that, do you use it?
No. But I kind of want to, as a matter of principle.
Yeah, there is a benefit because YouTube could be oversaturated. You may find like,
Yeah, I did a
Yes,
little
that-
bit of research, and I found people that were using Rumble. The most popular trading guy was doing automated trading algos, selling them, doing resales for, automated trading. You know how well that works, right?
absolutely. They sell for thousands and they sell a lot.
Oh yeah, well, dude, I mean, like trading's hard. Like, let me just buy something that'll trade for me. That makes sense, doesn't it?
Me and Past 6, honestly, I don't even know. We paid someone $50 to do an EA and couldn't do it. So
Who paid him?
oh, he did, but we were gonna pay him half. And anyway, eventually he didn't even get paid because he didn't do the EA. He couldn't. So bad he worked on it and then he just couldn't finish it. So ended up
Well, he
refunding
couldn't
him.
finish it, or he couldn't make it profitable.
It didn't work. Like it took him 2 weeks or something, and it's
It didn't
still
work.
by the time.
Why didn't it work?
He just doesn't know how to code properly.
Or you can't. It was
No, but
interesting to watch. I'm very glad that you were very open and talked about your process, because as I told you, you basically were going through the same process programming an algo that I went through 11 years ago, or maybe 12 years ago, where you get tired of, doing emotional mistakes, and you're like, well, let me just program it. And then what happens is you start programming it, and what you noticed was, oh well, if I make this thing, buy it when the RSI is at one number and sell it when the RSI is at another number, knowing that the RSI barriers are 30 and 70, but you were trying to kind of shift it up a little bit, right? And
Yeah, it was divergence above and like 30 and 70.
right, and what I could tell is that you were looking at basically just the last 2 weeks of a bullish January, and so yeah, when you tweaked your indicator to be more bullish, that definitely worked in the month of January, because what, it was going up, and so you kind of went through the same process I did, where you're like, okay, this makes sense, let me just optimize, and then what happens is you're supposed to do what's called out of sample data, and you want to pull some data from 2017, and you want to use your indicator, use your algo, your EA, and then when you do that, guess what's going to happen? It's going to lose a ton of money, and you're going to be like, what happened? And you're like, well, it's because you optimized it, you over optimized it for that period of time.
But that's the thing. I mean, it's more complicated. Anyone can agree. It's a lot more complicated trading yourself. Than the strategy
is.
trading yourself. It could
very
be more
complicated.
profitable. Yeah, if you can't code it yourself, it's also like,
Well, I've always been worried, the thing is, like, if you pay someone to program you an algo, and they do, and they're going to test it, and they realize it works, what makes you think that they're going to give it to you? Like, why wouldn't they just keep it and make money? That would make sense
I
to
can
me.
probably give it to you and keep it. But I don't, yeah, imagine that guy did that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he did.
Let me check my streaming stuff here.
See, I was doing the retracement.
What?
76.4 seemed too bad. probably time to take trades.
ES pull back to a little 50% there. Broke it, and it's pulled back to retest it from the underside. See if it can hold above it. Seven minutes until JPow talks.
I don't know if I mentioned. I think I did. Maybe it was in another group. Be bearish on pound.
Bearish on the pound? Why?
Yeah, the next 2-3 weeks, maybe even more.
Why so?
Just a higher time frame analysis thing. I mean, the dollar is kind of supporting, isn't it? It will obviously relate to the supports and shoots up or not. I can share a screenshot.
Take a look at green. Okay, let me just do a quick analysis. Pound, dollar.
Yep.
All right, let's see. Well, I've already got this marked off here. Yeah, so from the May 21 high to the September 22 low, you've already pulled back to this resistance here at 1.23. Got to close above it here, you know, beginning of January. It's pulled back to it. Yeah, I think you got a good reason to say it's broken that resistance and it could come back up. Yeah.
Up? No, I'm saying I'm a little bit bearish on the pound.
Oh,
Maybe looking at dollar pound or something.
I am looking at the pound dollar, yes.
Or pound.
Or do
Okay.
you have it denominated in USD?
No,
Pound.
I think we're talking about the same thing, but I am bearish on the. I'll show you kind of. It's at 50% as well. I mean, honestly, if you look for signs, you'll
Well,
find it.
everything is dollar wise. I mean, the dollar yen is at its 50% level. The euro dollar is at its 50% level. And the question is, you know, is it going to, you know, there's euro dollar. The question is it going to bounce here or break through? And you kind of already see that pound is starting to show signs of, you know, breaking through.
Oh, to the
So
upside.
pound going
Interesting.
bullish. Mm-hmm.
Probably.
We'll see. Maybe you'll be able to travel a little bit and get a better rate in places. See, hold on.
Oh,
Pound.
if you do it in Europe, then it's the euro
Let's do
correlator.
pound yen. What about euro pound? That's going to be more relevant to you. Euro pound. Pretty flat, but looks like the euro is getting a little bit stronger.
How has it?
How dare they? Not much momentum going into JPow talking.
Power lunch to our coverage of the Fed decision. We got the statement at 2 p.m. Eastern time. We're seeing the market reaction to that. They hiked a quarter point. And in a couple minutes, we'll go live to Washington for Chair Powell's news conference. Let's bring in Mike Santoli. Mike, with some thoughts on the market reaction here. Initially, a hawkish reaction. Now, I don't know, should we call it a dovish one?
I think, Kelly, it's certainly not too much of a surprise relative to what we had previously priced. I mean, that's at minimum what you can say. I do agree that the idea that they kept the language in there about the potential for ongoing increases in rates maybe is slightly more hawkish.
JG, any thoughts on what price CL would really help bring down inflation? I don't know. It's a question for JPow. It's not coming through. Somebody just closed out their order. Not much of a retest that high. Here comes JPow.
Good afternoon and welcome. understand the hardship that high inflation is causing, and we are strongly committed to bringing inflation back down to our 2% goal. Over the past year, we've taken forceful actions to tighten the stance of monetary policy. We've covered a lot of ground, and the full effects of our rapid tightening so far are yet to be felt. Even so, we have more work to do. Price stability is the responsibility of the Federal Reserve and serves as the bedrock of our economy. Without price stability, the economy does not work for anyone. In particular, without price stability, we will not achieve a sustained period of labor market conditions that benefit all. Today, the FOMC raised our policy interest rate by 25 basis points. We continue to anticipate that ongoing increases will be appropriate in order to attain a stance of monetary policy that is sufficiently restrictive to return inflation to 2% over time. In addition, we are continuing.
Someone's asking me, you talk about, have you looked much into open interest?
No.
And he's like, volumes, the total number of something traded during a period of time. Open interest is the total number of outstanding longs and shorts. Is he talking about like flow, something like that?
I mean, open interest on what? Like the order book?
I think that's what he's referring to. He's like, open interest is the total number of outstanding longs and shorts.
Where's this question?
Is in my group chat. Yeah, he said outstanding long shorts. That has to be, you know.
What chat is this on?
Thing or this chatting section.
Wow. That really sucks that it didn't take my order. This hurts. That hurts. That hurts my soul.
Oh, I don't think he's referring to resting orders.
I was able to pick the bottom of UQQ.
I was not because Toss lagged out on me. I had an order for 12070 and it sat there and it just sat there on the screen and it didn't fill and then it just launched from there and it's going to keep going up. Oh. I don't think I can watch this anymore. Fuck.
I just got on that on GBP. That means the dollar is breaking down from that level it's been holding for the week. Which it is. Yeah.
Amer, don't talk to me for a minute.
Okay.
I think I'm getting out now.
It's interesting that inversion there happened right at the low where everything kind of lagged out.
Yeah, very weird.
I mean, makes sense weird. Like,
Well, you
can't-
saw it respect it earlier at
yeah, well, what happened was it came down to this low, which was the low of the FOMC. On my tick chart, it did a like a Tinkinson recapture, which I can't see on the 1 minute because I don't think that TradingView will let you go even. Oh, maybe we can. Oh, hold on. Let's go nuts here. Can we see a 1 second chart? Give me 1 second. So, right, here it is. So basically what happened was it came down here in 34, and then when it finally closed above the Tinkinson right here, I took that, I put the order right there at 20, it's, about 12071, and it sat there, and I watched it until it went off of it and didn't fill.
Was my mic on? It's either the best time to take shorts or it means the trade is invalidated. XY
What?
is only.
What-
You
what-
remember the pound trade we were talking about?
Okay.
I think it might have been invalidated by now. I mean, XY just broke down. That's major. I read on everything. Information.
No, it's exactly what we just talked about on the pound, where your level's at 1.23, and it just bounced off of it. Now you're breaking out to the upside. So your pound is going up, just like I said it would.
Good news. So no trade.
Good news for your dollar account. Bad news for your trade.
damn, getting close to the December high.
Oh yes, we're ripping now.
Be shocked if it holds.
What?
You think it holds the December high for the day?
I think you just leave it alone and you let your winner run. I think from an erroneous but oftentimes very effective indicator, the fact that I am not in it means that it's going to continue to rip. That is completely not correct, but at the same time, it's very correct. So I'm just going to sit here and... Actually, I'm not. I'll give it a few more minutes. But Oh, that hurts. That hurts. That hurts worse than a loss. It really
I agree
does.
with that.
To sit there and wait patiently to put your order out there and then your broker not fill you.
Struggling near that December high.
Did you already close your trade?
Yeah, I'm out.
It's going to keep going. Because you're
That's
not in
fine.
it either.
I'm okay with that.
I'm not.
Yeah, yours is one of those
I'm
situations.
really
That's
pissed. I'm
yeah, that's
really pissed.
those are the worst.
I'm gonna switch thinkorswim based on this. They are not competitive with futures. And if this is gonna happen, then I'm just not gonna deal with them.
I like Tasty Works.
I'd be curious to know if I would have gotten filled on Tastyworks. Were you trading on Tastyworks?
Yeah, it was on. I wasn't using futures though. I was doing QQQ.
Okay. Fine. That's fine. That's fine. I'm gonna try Tastyworks. I'll probably set up. I've been wanting to do like a challenge account for futures. You know, to kind of post my trades and things like that. I've been looking into what's the commissions on futures. Hold on, let's see. Futures. Open a futures position for 25 cents.
I thought Tasty Works was 30.
Okay, start trading futures. So regular futures, $1.25 open, $1.25 close. That's half of. I'm already sold. Micro futures.
The people that run Tasty Works are the ones that started Thinkorswim.
Correct. Tom Sosnoff, old options trader, smart guy. He programmed Thinkorswim. Yeah, fuck it. I'm not using Thinkorswim anymore.
Yeah, there's things I like about both of them. I did Thinkorswim in the beginning, and then when I switched to Tasty Works, because my one buddy started doing it, it was weird in the beginning, but now I like it more.
Namaste. Namaste. That's what I say.
Breaking down now.
Okay. Yeah. But like, hold on. Can we do a replay to that point? Oh, yeah. That's just so painful. Oh, yeah. TradeStation is 25 cents for MES. That's pretty good. Is that open and closed, or is that open and or just individually, Jen? It's 85 cents on Thinkorswim, or I'm sorry, Tastyworks. Per side, 25 cents. That, I mean, yeah, it's literally a tenth, because Thinkorswim is $2.50 each side. Screw it. I don't care. That right there. You know, if I wasn't really that concerned with a few bucks difference, even though it's $4.50 difference per contract, but now I am. That's
Yeah, the only time Tasty Works gives a problem with billing, in my experience, is like if I'm doing like an iron condor with, like 30 contracts or something crazy. Other than that, I've never really
that's
had
because
problems with fills.
you got 4 legs of options. Yeah, of course you're gonna have some problems.
Seriously.
Hi, Judy.
Jeff our tree? Smash their fence or our fence?
Judy, your mic's open.
Yeah. Are we gonna be able to fix it or?
Hi, Judy, your mic's open.
Oh, sorry about that.
It's okay.
Let me turn it off. I don't.
Thank you.
Okay.
wait, what are you sending me to on the other Discord? I can't click on that link, Jen. For some reason, I can't click on that, which you're linking me to. Oh, I can't click on that. Oh, Trade Station. Okay. Let's pull it up here. Well, that's your margin requirements. Lower, well, I guess they're pricing in lower volatility. Let's take a look. All right, so that's the E-mini. Is only $1,100. Oh wait, no, that's the overnight they do. Okay, that's interesting that they do the intraday differently. Micro ES only $292, $1,000, pretty good. That's, yeah, you can go nuts with that. You can really blow out an account pretty quick. Take 10 contracts on a $10,000 account. Anyway, so where's my 50%? That's interesting. It came up to that level. So basically, as we came down to here, let me just kind of blog this. Right at, I'm just going to log this, and I'm going to kind of sign off and go exercise. So right at the, come here. The 10 seconds a better one. 10 seconds kind of the better one, yeah. That's the one I really wanted. All right, that's going to be it for me. Thanks for watching, guys. Watching me have a little freak out over that, but there's always another day. Till next time. Trade wisely, guys.